Hey guys, I'm so bad at intros. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of On the Couch with Cass, and as y'all can see, we're on a new couch. This is a new house, so things will probably be transforming as the series goes along in the background, but I just got this couch that my manager graciously gave to me, and I love it. So I'm excited. It looks great on camera too, so this for now is going to be the site for On the Couch with Cass. So today, you guys, we're going to chat about money talk is back. So today I wanted to, as you can see by the title, talk about pretty much how I paid off over $50,000 of debt. Now, if you guys want to break down to exactly where that debt came from, etc., I do have a video called How I Paid Off My Car Early, and that really breaks down like where did I get this debt from, etc., like how I felt about this debt and how I paid it off. But this video I'm actually going to take you step by step as to how I paid it off and how you can apply this to your own debt. My car loans and my student loan debt, which is pretty much what put me in debt. I was in about $70,000 of debt when I started this debt payoff journey, and I paid off over $50,000, so I'm in about $14,000 now. We'll get more into the numbers because I obviously purchased a huge asset that still puts me into debt, so we'll get into that a little bit more. But those were basically the two main loans that I had at the time that I was in debt. So let's break it down. Now, the first crucial step to my journey that changed my mindset, because just like anything, it's a mindset. I had to really change my mindset about money, and the book that helped me change my mindset that I mention and preach about all the time is Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. This was my first time reading a financial book or reading about anything that had to do with debt. I had read Rich Dad Poor Dad, so I knew about liabilities and assets, but I didn't know too much about debt. So reading that book, I literally read that book in a week. That was the fastest I ever read a book, and I was like, okay, like now I actually have a good basic financial understanding when it comes to debt. So I definitely recommend just to read that book, even if you don't follow what the book says, like just read it just to get that understanding of what's this thing you've accumulated. So step 2, after reading the book, I broke down, and I probably actually did this after reading chapter 1, I broke down exactly what debt I had and how to access it. So a good way to really see what debt you have is to log into a site like Credit Karma or any website that may have like all of your financial history. So Credit Karma does know just by you putting in like your information what debt that you're in. So definitely make sure you understand what debt is under your name, and then make sure you know how to log into these places. So I found out how to actually log into my student loan portal and see the balance and pay the balance and how much interest every loan was accumulating. And then same thing with my car. I already knew how to go into the portal because I was paying my car note. But again, saying, okay, how much more do I owe on my car? How much extra can I put toward my car? So really understand what debt you have and know how to access it, how to pay it, and how to pay it off early if you need to. But that's going to be a huge next step after understanding your debt, is knowing what the situation is. And it may sound like an impossible number, you guys. When I saw 70,000, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but if you're consistent, then you can get to the point where it's like, whoa, did I really do that? Like I honestly forget to like celebrate and take the time like writing down the title. When I was planning this video, I was like, oh, I can't do my debt payoff video because I haven't paid off on my debt yet. But I was like, but I've paid off 50,000. Like I've paid off so much. I need to appreciate that I even took that step and made it this far. So literally, you guys, like create some kind of way to reward yourself, whether it's like a habit tracker, a thermometer, or something. And like once you get to certain points, like just have little rewards so that you can reward yourself along the way till you reach that pivotal top. So once you guys understand exactly what debt you have, I did refer back to Total Money Makeover and decided to do the debt snowball. So the debt snowball also is kind of like a short reward system where you start with paying off the smallest debt first. So you're within the 7 baby steps of Dave Ramsey, going to save $1,000 into your emergency fund, and that's pretty much going to be your backup savings that you'll spend if you absolutely need to spend cash. But but then from there you go on to your debt snowball, and you pay off the smallest debts first. So you keep paying the lowest payment of whatever you have. So like your car note, you keep paying whatever the car note is, etc. And then you find the lowest payment. So I think for me at the time was like one of my credit cards, and you pay that off. So let's say my credit card maybe had like $100 on it at the time, paid it off, few relief, paid off the next one, etc. So you pretty much take the smallest amount and you knock it out sooner because it's a smaller amount. So that's kind of what I did in the beginning. I knocked out my I think it was 3 credit cards I had at the time with the debt snowball effect, and I never really keep that large of a balance on my credit cards, so that didn't really take too long. And then I moved on to student loans because my student loans were broken up into different groups, so I was paying them off by group. So I was paying off like the smallest group first, which I don't remember exactly what it was, but it could have been like $3,000, and I paid that one off, and then I moved on to the next group. But then Biden got into office, said he may pay off student loans. So I was like, okay, well, in the meantime, while they figure that out, let me just go ahead and switch and pay off my car. So I ended up paying off my car early February, which again I discuss more in the video about paying off my car early. And once I paid off my car, I went back to student loans. So those, you guys, were probably the 3 main things, with the one bonus tip that I would definitely say is understand what debt is, understand how to find your debt and what debt you are in, and make a plan to actually conquer your debt. And bonus tip, find some kind of way to give yourself small rewards as you reach certain checkpoints in your debt payoff journey. Now, again, you guys, like I mentioned, I'm still in my debt payoff journey. Yes, I started it during the pandemic. I could have been done with it by now, but y'all know life happens. And one thing that the book really does talk about, the Total Money Makeover book, is being gazelle intense, focused, and like laser focused, and all you're worrying about is paying off your debt, like taking on extra jobs and, putting any extra bit of money toward your debt. And so that is definitely an option. And like I said, if I did that, I probably would have honestly paid off my debt like 2 years ago. But part of me also, I am the spawn of 2 parents who, one is very much so like Dave Ramsey, financial savvy, gazelle focused, and the other one is very much so like experience life, spontaneous. And so I am very much the middle of them, and I completely agree. Like, I want to be financially smart, financially literate. I want to set myself up for a bright future, but at the same time, I don't know, today could be my last day. So at the same time, I want to live my life and do certain things that are gonna cost some money. So I kind of just go with, if I have the cash, then I can do it. And that's kind of the mindset that I go with. And I don't really do things extravagantly all the time. I would say probably the thing I spend the most money on is really when I'm traveling. Yes, that money could easily go toward my debt, but at the same time, like I said, you guys, I also know that I don't have forever on this earth. So I want to, make sure I not only enjoy my time, but just spend time with the people that I love. And I think that's the biggest thing, because I don't solo travel. Not like, no hate to solo traveling at all. I think it's great. I just don't solo travel because I like to make sure that I'm also like really building relationships while I travel. So that's kind of part of the reason why I travel. So by the end of 2023, I was basically in about $14,000 of debt left from my student loans. And I knew one of my biggest goals this year was to purchase a property. I had moved back with my parents last year to save up to purchase a property by the end of the year. And the end of the year was approaching. And so I started house hunting back in October. Plenty of vlogs about that journey. And I found a house. So I paid about in the 300 range for this house. So of course, purchasing the house puts you in debt. But I don't know if y'all believe in good debt versus bad debt, but this kind of debt for me is very much so a piggy bank. Like, every bit of money that I'm putting into this house, I fully intend on getting back from this house. So I actually get excited to pay mortgage because I don't feel like I'm losing any money. I don't feel like I'm giving away any money like I did when I was at an apartment. I literally feel like I'm just putting my money into a huge piggy bank so that I can, if I ever need it, I have the opportunity to pull it out, or so that it can make me more money. So at the end of the day, I do see this as an investment. It was a house that I can pay for whether I have a roommate or not. I am looking into potentially having a roommate because my friend asked, but if not, I'm still good. I'm still secure. It's a place that I see myself for a while. Even though I do want to get into investment properties and this and that, I'm not in a rush. Like, I just love ownership. I think when I purchased my car and finished purchasing my car, I was like, okay, like, I own this car. No one can take it from me. And that's kind of how I want to feel about like having a home. I want to have a home and it's mine. And, you know, even though there's outside cost, you know, as far as the property itself, I paid it and no one can take it from me. So I think that's just a huge thing that I love, and a reason why I did decide to just go ahead and buy a house instead of continuing to put money into renting and to get out of my parents' hair so I can finally be empty nesters. Here's the updated financial plan, you guys. So we just go with the flow as times happen. You know, I'm flying across the world very soon, and yeah, so I try you guys. With that being said, when I get back, we're on a financial break, okay? We are on a spending break. I already listed a bunch of things I can do for fun for free with my friends, and we're gonna go with that. I didn't even actually plan on telling you guys the plan, but I don't know, I feel like we've connected over this past 13 minutes according to the camera, but when I edit it, what will it be? I'm just a girl. So step one, you guys, I need to pay off my credit cards. So like I said, I usually don't keep a big balance on my credit cards, but with purchasing this house, I did end up putting some balances on my credit cards and just purchasing things in general that I couldn't pay off as fast because now I have a mortgage. So I just need to get that knocked out, and so that is like my biggest goal right now. So like I said, once these trips are done, once all this traveling and shenanigans is over with, I am going gazelle focused intense on that. Okay, I need to build back up my emergency fund because I did use my savings in order to pay for this house, so I need to definitely build that back up. Sorry Dave, don't kill me. And then I did say I really want to work on increasing my income, which I've already kind of started doing now, and working on a promotion at work, B, really getting paid from like YouTube and social media and content creation. I do already get paid from YouTube and stuff, but like, you know, getting paid enough a bit more, you gotta help me out. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, that's kind of a side journey, but next, paying off my student loan debt is next in line. So once the credit cards are paid off, once my emergency fund is filled up, we're gonna go ham on the student loan debt. Mind you guys, I do need furniture for the house, so that may slow down the process a little bit, but at least I know like what the next goal is, what the next focus is. Then I want to build up my emergency fund to a 6-month emergency fund, so if anything were to happen, I have 6 months in the bank. And then I want to up my investment. So I do already have 401k and 401k match with my company, but I also want to open a Roth IRA and just any other accounts. I do have an HSA already. I really want to open a Roth IRA and invest in some index funds and just get my investments up. Then that next step is pay off the house early. So I'm gonna put extra toward this house, do whatever I can, refinance if the interest rates go down, make some shake, and finally build wealth and give. So that is a mix of Dave Ramsey, a mix of Cass, a mix of everything. But yeah, so that's the plan right now, you guys. Like I said, right now we have some trips coming up, so I'm just focusing on staying afloat. And then when we get back, you know, I'm gonna knock out the first 2 steps honestly should be knocked out within the next couple months, so we're good there. But yeah, I know furniture, I know the more time I spend in this house, I'm going to really want to start to purchase furniture, and furniture is not cheap. So I'm gonna try my best, you guys. At the end of the day, I just know that God's got me, so I don't really worry too much. I just try my best, and like I said, I don't do anything that puts me in a total horrible situation. Like, I try to make the best financial decisions possible. But anyways, you guys, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope these tips help with you and your financial journey, and if you're trying to pay off debt. And it's nice, but also don't get too stuck in the savings mindset and the you can't go out and do anything mindset because you're paying off your debt. Because, you know, at the end of the day, what can you really take with you? Nothing. I guess my kids can take it, generational wealth and all that jazz. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.